It's the Wednesday before the French Grand Prix, and as we build up, of course, to all of the action at the Paul Ricard circuit, we're here at GPFans looking a little further down the line this season, as in August we may well be seeing the last of the Belgian Grand Prix in Formula 1 for some time, while Toto Wolff is looking more at his rival's flaws. I'm Ollie Wilson for GPFans, and here is the news in Formula 1 this Wednesday. Sebastian Vettel has condemned the expected move to axe the Belgian Grand Prix after 2022's race, saying it would be wrong to lose Spa on so many levels. The Spa-Francorchamps circuit is being heavily touted to be replaced for 2023 once its current deal expires after this year's race at the end of August. It has failed to appear on only 6 occasions in F1's 72-year history, and despite revisions to the track over the years, primarily in the name of safety, it remains a true test for both driver and car. Beloved by many F1 fans, and a track that produced one of the most iconic and eventful races in 1998, the loss of the circuit would certainly be seen as a sad move by many, including the Aston Martin driver Vettel. "Spa is an amazing track," said the German driver. "I don't know any driver that doesn't like driving at Spa, whereas I do know drivers that don't like the circuit in Russia, not because it's Russia, but because the track is a bit all the same. After the wet farce of last year's race in Belgium, it would be a shame to see Spa's tenure on the F1 calendar go so quickly. And hopefully, if it is axed by Formula 1, it can go out with a classic and wipe away the bad memories of 12 months ago." Toto Wolff is suggesting that his F1 rivals have been breaking FIA regulations this season when it comes to the floor of their cars and pushing the limits of F1's rules. From the Belgian Grand Prix onwards, a new technical directive comes into force that clamps down on the use of a so-called flexi floor via the use of the skid block. It is understood a number of teams have been able to run their cars closer to a track surface via the use of a movable floor, in particular areas within the skid block that ensure a car's plank suffers less wear than is permissible. In using such a floor, a car's front ride height can be adjusted to ensure a greater level of performance. Talking about how important this FIA clampdown is on the sport, Wolff said, "Some teams have said that a flexi floor doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, some teams have skids that actually disappear when the car hits the bottom. The reason for the skids is that they are the limitation of how much plank wear you can have, and if a skid can disappear miraculously into the floor, that is clearly against the regulations." Now, Christian Horner has backed the flaw of Red Bull's RB18, saying that the idea that the team have breached regulations is utter rubbish. But Ferrari's Mattia Binotto has admitted that changes will need to be made to the floor of the F175 to ensure it can withstand the new tests for a car's bottom. We will see how all of this plays out when it all comes into effect at the Belgian Grand Prix later on this year. You can follow more F1 news at gpfans.com and GPFans Global on Twitter and Instagram, and of course hit subscribe to stay with us here at the channel.